We don't want the whole pie, just a piece of the pie. We want to be able to feed our family. We want to be able every now and again take a vacation. Simple things that the workers deserve.
Which side are you on? Which side are you on?
Ronnie Mills is president of UAW Local 2083. They are 188 workers at ZF Manufacturing. They are a parts supplier for Mercedes in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Ronnie, thank you for joining us. I appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome.
So to start off, you're a parts supplier for Mercedes. What exactly does that mean? What do y'all do? And what is ZF's relationship to Mercedes?
Well, let me start off by saying, on behalf of our president, UAW president, Shawn Fain, region director, Tim Smith, local union 283 service rep Robert Collins, and myself would like to say thank you for having us. And we are build the front and rear axle system for Mercedes-Benz plant here in Vance, Alabama.
Gotcha. And so if you drive a Mercedes, then a lot of people driving a Mercedes are driving on y'all's work.
Yes, Mercedes cannot come off their assembly line without our axle system.
There you go. Well, that's great. How long have y'all been unionized down there?
Approximately 22 years now.
22 years. Well, that's great. I honestly did not even know that we had a unionized UAW plant here in Alabama. So I was glad to hear that. And so y'all are now on strike. You've been on strike for a few days, and that's because ZF has not given you a good enough offer. What are the issues that are at stake that made your members vote to go on strike?
Well, our main two concerns were better wages and health care. And what do I mean by better wages and health care? Okay, wages, the workers simply ask for a wage that they can be comfortable with, not get rich, but comfortable. Also better health care, lower premiums, lower deductibles, lower co-pays, and the company, ZF, refuses to meet our demands.
And where can you give us a little bit of an idea of how far apart y'all are right now?
Well, we're a bit apart right now, for the simple fact that they're not willing to give us the wages that we're asking for, and the health care coverage that we're asking for.
Gotcha. And how did your members get kind of any inspiration or good feeling about going on strike from what is happening with the big three, with your fellow members at the big three automakers?
Well, our leadership is great. The word I can use for them is great. They lead us, they teach us, they tell us the direction to go. And when we sat down and we came up with 3 different proposals, all that were turned down by the membership. So the membership spoke loudly.
And so you spoke, you're now on strike. You've been on strike for a few days. How are the members feeling about being on strike?
Their spirits are high. They're out fighting for what they believe in. They're fighting for their family. They're also fighting for community's family to see that they're in this fight. And the morale is really high. I'm very proud of it.
And you said, y'all are fighting for the community as well. And that's something that I don't think people really understand enough, because, when wages are increased for y'all, instead of that money, because that money is created, it's going to go somewhere. The only question is where. Yes. Is it going to go to shareholders and investors in New York or wherever these people live that don't live in our communities? Is it going to go there? Or is it going to go to y'all? And when it goes to y'all, y'all are able to spend it in your local community, stimulate the local
Yes.
economy, and support your small businesses, your restaurants, and all kinds of stuff like that. And so anytime, workers are fighting for themselves for higher wages and stuff like that, they're also fighting for their communities in a very real and tangible way. Has that support been reciprocated by the community? Have you been seeing support from the community on the picket line?
Yes, we had great support. We have donations from different groups and people who bring out us water or food. They come out and stand and talk with us and encourage the people, and we love them for it, and we certainly are grateful.
Hey, 5 seconds. Just wanted to say that this is only possible because of our donors. If you want to see more of this, then consider donating yourself at tvlr.fm/donate.
Fantastic. Well, I really love to hear that. And something else that I was curious about, kind of outside of this strike situation at ZF Manufacturing, is how your members feel about the big three. What's going on at Ford, GM, and Stellantis. How are they seeing? How do they view this situation as it's unfolding?
They support them. They're very supportive. They feel that they're doing the right thing because these big companies make millions of dollars. And like I always say,
billions of dollars.
Billions of dollars. And like I say, we don't want the whole pie. We just want just a piece of the pie. We want to be able to feed our family. We want to be able every now and again take a vacation. Just simple things that the workers deserve, that with the pay that they're making, with their premiums and insurance is so high, it's hard to make ends meet. And it is very encouraging to see that people fighting for what they believe in and standing up.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to, I hope sometime soon I'm able to go to one of their picket lines, and I hope to be able to, I'd like to try to make it out to y'all's picket line at some point, but I certainly don't wish for your strike to be extended just so that I can be out there, but I'm going to try, I'm going to try to make it out there at some point. Say hi to
we
y'all.
welcome you. We welcome you.
Absolutely. And speaking of that, we are on terrestrial radio here in North Alabama in Huntsville and Muscle Shoals, but we do have people, like yourself, and presumably there, I assume that you've got some members tuning in on YouTube. We have other listeners in Tuscaloosa that I know about that may want to visit you on the picket line. Where would they go if they wanted to support y'all?
Well, in front of ZF Jackson, that's 1200 Commerce Drive, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, 35401.
Fantastic.
Yes.
I appreciate that. Hopefully you'll have a few of our listeners swing by and say hi. Honk if you drive past a picket line to show your support if you're not able to stop. Adam, did you have any questions for Ronnie?
Well, I just wanted to say, Ronnie, that I really appreciate you coming on and taking some time, because I know you're very, very busy right now. You've got a lot on your plate, and I just want to commend you for your leadership and commend your members for their leadership, because the auto worker job used to be a gold standard in this country, and that was what so many blue collar workers aspired to, was to get a good auto factory job, to be able to take care of their family with one income, and like you said, go on a vacation every now and then, be able to provide for the family, go to the doctor when you need to go to the doctor. And so what y'all are doing at the UAW, both at the ZF plant right here in Alabama and across the Big Three, is really fighting not just for yourselves, but I would say for all American workers, because it's just time for a change. And like you said, people are standing up for what they believe in. And when that happens, when regular working people stand together, that's important. And it's worthy of our support. And so we support you. We're sending our love and solidarity to your struggle, and just keep us posted on whatever we can do to support, because your struggle is important, and we're hoping you can come back and report a big victory very soon.
I'm certainly grateful for you all having me.
Yeah, absolutely. Anything else that you wanted to say before we let you go, Ronnie?
UAW, UAW, UAW.
Hell yeah. Thanks, brother. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
All right. Ronnie Smith, president of UAW Local 2083. And that's another thing that you mentioned, Adam. You mentioned the, appreciating his leadership. And that's something that just people do not understand about union leadership, is that it is leadership and also servantship. Because I spoke to Ronnie on the phone yesterday, and he, like so many other local presidents, are working presidents. They are bargaining unit employees. They still perform their bargaining unit responsibilities. That's most union officers, in fact, are that way. And they sacrifice time, a lot of their own time, volunteering off the clock to serve their members, to fight for their jobs, to negotiate contracts, to learn how to negotiate a contract. There's a lot of sacrifice that goes into being a union officer that people just really do not appreciate. And
I don't even think you talked about members' gripes and grievances, which is a whole nother can
yeah, I
of
mean,
worms.
you really got to be like a therapist almost in some of these
Right.
instances.
It's a lot. It's a lot. And I think you're right to distinguish that there is servantship, and then, there are folks who like the big titles.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, we have some of those folks out there in our movement and in our unions. But I think increasingly more and more members are engaged and really taking ownership and pursuing change, change that we need to see in this country and inside of our own unions. And so, there are folks all over this country who are volunteering so much of their time and energy, just to help their fellow worker. And, that's really, it's laudable and it's important, and we need more people. That's the key, is addition and multiplication. We've got to have more people doing that work because many hands make light work.
Absolutely. Ronnie made a mention of UAW Region 8. The regional director, Tim Smith, sent me a text just a couple of minutes ago to tell everybody that UAW Region 8 said hello to all of labor. I don't know exactly if all of labor is watching, but maybe one day, Brother Smith, we'll get there. So appreciate you, Tim Smith, for setting that interview up for us. I really appreciate it, and you and your members are always welcome on the program anytime.
You just saw a clip from the Valley Labor Report. We are live every Saturday morning from 9:30 a.m. till 12:30 p.m. And we pride ourselves on keeping all of our content free to everybody so that we can talk to as many working folks as possible. If you support the work that we're doing, you think that it's important, you think that it's good, then consider making a monthly contribution to the project, and you can do that on our website, tvlr.fm.